The next time you have room in your life for a fluid roguelike action game, Have a Nice Death will be here waiting. I mean, it already is, but I know that not everyone likes to jump in during the Steam early access phase for these sorts of games. Plenty of you are holding out on Rogue Legacy 2 until it hits 1.0. But yeah, this already looks great. It's a gorgeously animated game about a stressed out Reaper whose employees have run rampant, completely throwing off the balance of souls and his vacation plans. You've got a scythe, naturally, and you've also got spells to whip out. It's fast and cool in motion. Have a Nice Death launched today on PC, and it's a top seller on Steam. My first impression came from this trailer, and it really set the tone well. Whether you're open to playing now or in the near future, or you'd rather wait for Magic Design Studios to fill in more variation and content in the worlds and their bosses between each run, it's worth a look. The studio was previously known for Unruly Heroes, and it sounds like this project will spend a year in early access, with further support coming after the game fully launches. More specifically, version 1.0 of Have a Nice Death will be feature and content complete, with a concluding narrative, the full measure of gameplay elements and additional components, difficulty mode, accessibility options, new specific curse tree, new curses, new worlds, new enemies, bosses and mini-bosses, and new weapons. A lot goes into keeping me hooked run after run in any given roguelike. For now, the setting is amusing, and the boss patterns seem fun to figure out. Even if the sense of momentum fades as all of the current content becomes really familiar, that can go a long way. I do have high expectations for progression these days though. Tough competition. I've seen some early access user reviews call the game a good fit for the Steam Deck, which, oh right, that's out and are imminent for some people. As a, for now at least, PC-only experience, that'll have to do. I'd love to see this in a future Switch Indie Roundup. Have a Nice Death is a 2D action roguelike for PC starring the one and only Death, who's overworked, and his employees are running amok. Now that they're throwing things into chaos, Death is personally getting involved to set things right and show his employees who's boss. Since the first trailer, there have been several videos released for the game, and the latest was an early access trailer. Have a Nice Death is in early access on Steam for PC, and the developer provides an explanation behind this decision to do so on the Steam page. According to the developer, since the release of its last game Unruly Heroes, Magic Design Studios wanted to design a game using a different approach with player feedback in the mix. Developing Have a Nice Death in early access allows the developer to be more ambitious and have players be involved in the process to help make the game the best that it can be. The developer expects that its new game will be in early access for approximately 1 year. In its current state, the game has many of its systems in place and requires more time to make more content. The game is currently $14.99 on Steam, and there are no definitive plans on pricing yet. The developer does intend to raise the price for the final version since it plans to add more content and features during early access. However, it will communicate any price changes to players before they are made. The developer also addresses how the full version of Have a Nice Death will be different from the early access version. The final version will have all the gameplay elements and any additional components, including a difficulty mode, accessibility options, new specific curse tree, new curses, new worlds, new enemies, and new weapons. Being in early access also allows the developers to build on the main storyline and the in-game interactions with the employees at Death, Inc. that players can meet in Have a Nice Death.